So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. In our last video, we opened up on the Peggy, Ovire and Frederick Leonard story. We got an insight into their history, childhood, rise to fame, and professional accomplishments. As agreed, in today's video, we will go deeper. But before we go on, let us not forget that our storytelling masterclass is still up and running. So if you want to master the art of storytelling, oh yes, it is an art, or you just want to take your presentation and oratory skills to the next level so that when you talk, you have people spellbound listening to you, then this masterclass is for you. I'm going to leave the link to access the course down in the description box and pinned in the comment section, or you can just send us a mail at nezemasterclass@gmail.com saying interested. So let's get back to the story. I would like to describe Frederick as a self-aware man. Some people have suggested that he's proud, so full of himself. Okomoko, okomoko wake. You know, when a man is good looking, has swag, and carries himself well, it is often mistaken as pride, but that is not always the case. Let us just say that Frederick is a fine man that knows that he is fine. A man who knows his stuff and is worth his onions, pepper, ogiri, and crayfish. When Frederick envisaged marriage and family, the last kind of woman that he thought that he will end up with is a woman like Peggy Ovire. Frederick has always had a traditional concept of marriage. He is a very busy man, believe me, hardly at home, always jumping from one set after the other.
I bet you like what you see, huh?
I love what I see, baby.
I like me a man that can take a hint.
And I'm a man who sees what he likes and goes for it.
Men are polygamous in nature. So you can go if you want to go. You're going to end up with a man that has, over 5 women flocking around him.
And so he believed that the kind of woman that he should settle with is a woman that is not as busy as he is. A woman not in the same line of work, the same acting profession that he does. He swore that he could never marry an actress.
The question is if I would want to marry an actress. So I think that sorts that out. Okay, let me give you this scenario. I have been blessed to be really busy. And cumulatively, I think I'm in my house for 2 months. Of the 12 months you have in a year. So if I was married to an actress, I said cumulatively, I have been in my house. Cumulatively. 4 days here, 3 days here, 2 days here, cumulatively. 60 days, 2 months out of 12 months.
Okay.
So if I was married to an actress doing as well as I'm doing, who would run the home?
What better example have you got? Depicting the good old saying that the future is unpredictable. Never say never. Frederick ended up getting married to that exact kind of a woman that he swore that he could never get married to, an actress. So, how did this whole thing happen? How did this whole love journey start? Let me tell you the whole story. Frederick and Peggy are both actors, that is agreed. But Frederick was a more popular actor at the time. And it so happened that on this fateful day, Peggy was on set a movie, and according to her, she was in a very sad mood because some of these A-listers, these A-list actors, were bullying her. They were oppressing her. So she just sat at a corner, sulking and feeling sorry for herself. And just when she was not looking, there came Frederick like a knight in shining armor, and he walked towards her, eyes meek like a lamb, his words soft as the wool on a sheep's body, and he stood towering right in front of her, looking at her in the eyes, and he asked her, "Are you okay?" She was taken aback.
One corner, and all the top actors were just oppressing me. Frederick walked past me and said, "Are you okay?" And it was the first time somebody was asking me if I was okay. So I was like, yeah, I'm okay, I'm fine.
And so that day passed, but there was another meeting of fate around the corner. So Peggy got a role in a movie where Frederick was selected to play lead. And as they worked together on set, Peggy said that she could not help but notice how extremely kind and thoughtful Frederick was. So considerate, so selfless. Oh, he was so sweet. Ensuring that everything went well with Peggy.
Then another day I saw Frederick. I wanted to shoot a movie. And, the director, AGK, are you here? God bless you. And insisted that Frederick would play the role. So Frederick came, and Frederick just was there for me. As entertainers, we all know that people always, they're always selfish. They think of just themselves. But Frederick was just one person that just wanted everything to go right.
She was so fascinated by this man. Cute he was, a fast rising actor, didn't smoke, didn't drink, wasn't at the club party after party every night. Oh boy, the creator does not make more than 2 of these kinds in a millennium. An endangered species he was. And so she thought to herself, I'm not just going to sit back and watch this 8th wonder of the earth pass me by. After all, she was a matured lady, already in her 30s. So she took the bulls by the blockers, picked up her phone, and called Frederick.
So after that movie, I called him up and I said, "Can you tell me more about yourself?" And then he told me, and I was inspired.
And so they talked and talked as though they had known each other for centuries. Along the line, Peggy discovered that he was seeing somebody else. He was already in a romantic relationship with another woman, damn it. But you know what they say? On the expressway, overtaking is allowed.
And when I met Frederick, small thing, he had a girlfriend. But then I looked at his future and I said, this guy is going to make it. Peggy, stay.
That did not deter her. You see this man? I'm going to get him. And so she positioned and she strategized. And so in 2015, Frederick and Peggy began seeing each other. You see, we cannot tell Frederick's agenda when he initially began dating Peggy. It's hard to be sure if he was just playing around or if he nursed a long-term agenda with her. The latter is more unlikely. And I'll tell you why. I will tell you why Frederick and Peggy's relationship almost seemed like a project that was bound to fail even before it began. First, there was a major issue of tribe between Frederick and Peggy. You see, Frederick is a proper Igbo man. No, did you hear me? I didn't say he's an Igbo man. I said that Frederick is a proper Igbo man. Now, not only is he a proper Igbo man, he is a core Anambra man. Anambrizia. Where are my Anambra brothers and sisters? Let me identify yourself in the comment section. In the Anambrizia. Let me see you down below. It didn't stop there. Not only Frederick is a proper Igbo man and a core Anambra man, he is also a staunch conk Nnewi man. Ripo wahala for the body. And the owner of the dead body. And the owner of them body. Now, if you do not know the Nnewis, and their attitude when it comes to marriage. I will tell you for free. My Nnewi brothers and sisters love to marry amongst themselves. In fact, they almost see it as marrying out. When you marry within Anambra State, but maybe another place, maybe Oka or somewhere else that is not in Nnewi. Not to talk about Iwerukwuge, Iga Ebonyi State, or Iga Enugu State. These are states that are still within the Igbo tribe. They don't even want to think of going to another state. You will hear parents fighting. Anambra, Analu Imo. Nnewi, Analu this. Oh God. Our problem as black people. Otikpoju. So, my brothers and sisters from Nnewi love to marry amongst themselves. Then you not talk about marrying outside Nnewi, then outside Anambra, then outside Igbo. Then you cross the river Niger and see ni chogonye. Konyi choro. Urobo. Ukpabio. That, my dear brothers and sisters, is not just Wahala. That is Wahala Pro Max. So it was clear that Frederick will have preferred a girl from his native place. And the possibilities of him getting married to Peggy, who is from an entirely different place, Urobo by tribe, was pretty slim. And Peggy herself knew that.
Thank you for not seeing me as someone who's not from your tribe, but she's yet, babe. And remember when I met Frederick, everybody, he will not marry, he's an Anambra guy. Anambra people don't marry Urobos. I've seen you fight so many people for me. I've seen people say, why not an Igbo girl? And I've seen you say, it is Peggy.
Secondly, Peggy was in that one single profession that Frederick has sworn that he would never get married to. This core Igbo man has forbidden himself from coming back from work, and instead of being welcomed with warm hugs and steaming food, then you take him to go to microwave to go and microwave food from the fridge to fiakwa. Abomination.
The house help cannot be making my food, and me, I'll be microwaving it because you're uncertain.
Frederick had emphasized severally that he did not want to marry a fellow actress who will not have time for the family and leave his children to be raised by the house helps. That was a no for him.
But do you think if the house helps and the cooks and the domestic staff were as intelligent and as elevated as you and I, you think they'll be doing that kind of job? So I'm not running them down, but they are doing the job, and those are the ones that you want to leave your kids for because you're busy, because you're chasing material things.
Thirdly, when it comes to marriage, they say opposites attract. Now, don't get that phrase wrong. Opposites in maybe personalities, not in values. Same values, the foundation, then maybe different methods and personalities, right? Opposites, they say, attract. But when both parties are steam blowing hot heads, nobody they agree, nobody they calm down for the other. Everybody they hot. Like two bulls locking horns in the heart. Frederick, on the one hand, is a very heady, proud, I didn't say pompous, proud Nnewi man. Very controlling. No be me talk. Now in wife, Peggy talk.
I'll always be a stubborn girl. You have to deal with it for the rest of your life. You will always be a stubborn man, and I will deal with it for the rest of my life.
Thank you.
So they both have the same strong, dominant, assertive personalities. And people felt that Odikwa very risky. Thirdly, Peggy was a more mature lady. And Frederick had a relationship, he had a woman that he was already seeing. Now, for men like Frederick, if you understand the pattern of the choices that men like that make, men who are firm, conservative, strict, controlling, as the wife called him, they prefer younger ladies that they can mold by themselves, twist them how they want. They are easily controlled. All those early 20s, 21, that is their spec. Some can even go younger, they don't mind. A girl where her eye never too tear, that they can easily twist and untwist. Peggy, on the other hand, was a mature lady with formed impressions and formed opinions. She definitely will not be so easy to control. So yes, It seemed like there were tons of odds and evens against them. But where will this lead? Frederick and Peggy dated for a very long time. I mean, almost a decade. And in the 7-year-plus relationship, people that knew them wondered why Frederick will not just ask Peggy to marry him. Why not pop the question and make an honest woman of this lady? It's not like you guys are both young, wild, and free. Frederick was in his 40s. Peggy was in her 30s, late 30s. They were both doing financially okay. So a lot of people had the opinion that why waste the time? You guys do not really need a long engagement or a long relationship. Peggy herself was getting anxious, like most women her age and in her situation will. In fact, one evening she couldn't take it no more. She sat him down and she told him this.
I'm not playing with you. I want my eggs cracked, meaning I want a child. I want my name dropped, meaning I want to be married. I'm not around with you.
So it got to a point I thought that Frederick would not marry me. I'm like, Frederick, I'm a fine girl, you're wasting my time. And he'll be like, wait, I know there are rich guys chasing you. I will marry you. And babe, this has been a long journey.
So during the course of their relationship, very unfortunately, Frederick's mother passed, making him an orphan. His dad had passed much earlier. He is the first child. Dear ladies and gentlemen, 7 years plus after this relationship between Peggy and Frederick began, he finally summoned up the courage to pop the big question. Pop. It was the 21st of October 2022 and Peggy was turning 37. Her friends had organized a surprise birthday dinner for them. And while they were eating, drinking and marrying, it happened. When she saw him acting all funny in front of her, she's like, what is going on? What have you got up your sleeves? But before she could get the chance to think, Frederick dropped on a knee, pulled out a ring and popped the question, and she was like, oh my God. Tears of joy flowed freely. It was so magical. This romance that these two had kept secret for many years was now out in the open. They had officially gone public with their romance, with their relationship. And for the first time, Frederick took to social media to announce this relationship and profess his undying and unending love for Peggy. He said, to have and to hold, to love and to cherish, in good times and in all times. Through the years, my love for you has remained constant. Look how far we've come, baby. It's your birthday today, and so the world celebrates you. But our love, I will celebrate always. Happy birthday. And then he tagged her. My baby, my Valentine. Hey, love to warrior. Love sweet. And he ended that post by saying, I love you. Oh God. Melting like candle on fire. Peggy responded, Bebeski. Bebeski. Maybe you want to make me cry? Oh, what will I do without you? In good times and in all times, darling. Love you forever, babe. I love you. And that's on caps lock. Phew! The cat could finally give a big stretch, having been let out of the bag after so many years. Everyone was so happy. And with a grin larger than life, we declared, guys, we have a wedding to plan. And so on November the 19th, 2022, the very next month, all roads led to Warri in Delta States, where Peggy and Frederick held their traditional wedding ceremony. Humbled by love, Frederick fell on his knees, serenading Peggy and promising her all the beautiful things of life.
You, that I'm not just good looking, I'm a superstar, and I'm one of the finest men in Africa. But Peggy is the only person that I have realized that I just cannot live without. Hold on, people. As much as we talk love, as much as we want to say the fancy things, I really like you. You know how I get when you want to drive out and go for an appointment? I get asking, babe, so you're going out now? Babe, you're leaving now? It's not like you're doing anything for me. I just want you around the house. Most times you're downstairs monopolizing the remote as always, and I'm upstairs. But knowing that you're downstairs, you're just in that house, gives me peace. When I made up my mind to get married, I was looking out for companionship. I wasn't looking for a wife. I was looking for a soulmate and a best friend. You have been my best friend for the longest. And that is why even when we fight, both of us cannot foolishly live without each other. You're now coming, babe, light has finished though. And I will send you the pin. Just because we miss ourselves. I love you. Even God knows that I love you.
Peggy also did the same. Now, after the traditional wedding, plenty of people were expecting the statutory weddings to follow, as is very common, the practice in Nigeria. You see, the traditional wedding might come first, then we had the church wedding, then maybe the court wedding, as they call it, the registry wedding. You know, people were expecting the statutory weddings, the weddings that will give the legal backing to the woman to follow suit. These Tatafo people were like, what is going on? Registry weddings are the cheapest of all weddings, so not to say, okay, maybe they're trying to recover from the cost of the traditional wedding. Registry wedding with with small money, you just go to the courts, they will do announcements for you, do one or two things, you sign and come out. There's no ceremony, no nothing. So what is the delay? Uncle Frederick, what is going on? Wed your wife legally now, wed her completely. What is going on here? These Tatafo people refuse to give that matter a break. But I personally did not support these Tatafo people, because I like it when a man is straightforward. I love straightforward people. I was like, it's not better to just conduct a traditional wedding and define that marriage as you want it to be than to go and do a statutory wedding like one yeye uncle that I know that is an actor, after statutory wedding, now went to start impregnating his concubine and saying, I am an African man. No. If you're an African man, only do it the African way. And that is what Uncle Frederick has done. So why the criticism? Every woman has a right to make her choice. It is not every woman that believes in all this legal marriage and all that. It's just that when you are in that kind of marriage where you see that the man has insisted not to legalize it, then you as a woman that has sense, you don't have to call it off if that's not your deal breaker, but you as a woman that has sense will now use your tongue to count your teeth, because it now becomes clear what the possibilities are obvious about. So let me even ask you guys, my dear sisters watching me, or my dear brothers, what do you think about this? Are you you must marry me in court, in church, we must have a marriage certificate, it must be official? Or are you, please, traditional wedding are cultural weddings. Before the white man came, this was all we knew. So what are all these things going on? Please, I'm okay with only traditional wedding. Let me know your choices and your preferences and your thoughts down below. But let us continue. So, we had ourselves our very own Nollywood B&J. So things were good, we were happy, life moved on. Peggy joined the Certified Wives Club, the Certified Wives Association of Nigeria. This one Vicky James is doing, it is almost child's play. Oh yes, she was a certified member of the Association of Nigeria Wives. Easy. If it easy, run am. I remember this time on social media, there was a debate on a woman co-providing or paying rent in a home. And this comedian, Kiki, came out to say that there's nothing wrong in it. She pays rent. There's nothing wrong in joining to provide with her husband. So if tomorrow something happens, she can know her stand and nobody's telling her, get out of my house, because it is co-owned.
Moment, I'm like, fly me to Barcelona for my birthday. That's beautiful. Buy me a Fendi bag. Buy me a Christian routine, whatever. Beautiful. But that I'll be living in that house and not pay rent, it is not possible. So that when we want to fight, you carry chair, carry television, you carry the roof, I'll carry the floor. When we'll see everything equal. You can't tell me get out of my house.
Kiki had her opinions, which Peggy came out to counter. And Peggy jumped on social media and was like, just say you earn more than your husband, Kiki. Then bill sharing is a must. It is my husband's responsibility to pay the bills, especially since he can afford it. Mine is to take care of the home and be there for emergency cases. My man won't even let me pay Jack. Is it easy to be a Mississippi? Oh yes, this is what that Vicky James is doing. She's learning. Peggy was in the Wives Association and she was so proud to belong there. So yes, we did wish them well and they kept on going. At some point, the womb watchers, the ovary police, you know how they do. They say like, hey, Peggy, oh, baby. Their marriage does not have any children yet. And you know, these womb watchers were on her case, but they were just a small voice compared to the big applause and the love that they were getting. So, I'm sure by now you will ask, how did we get here today? How did we get to where we are today? How did this whole thing begin? The rumors of Frederick and Peggy's marriage going through a rough patch started sometime in November of last year, only 2 years after their marriage. Whispers that things are very shaky between them filled the internet, and some online in-laws noted that they have observed that public display of togetherness and lovey that Peggy and Frederick usually displays, they've not been seeing much of it. Frederick was very quick to deny these allegations. He said, "We do not owe this toxic social media space any explanation for our action or a sneak peek of what's happening in our home. Marriage is not slavery. She can post Christmas photos without me in it. She can rest her fingers and not wear her ring. I bought the ring and I'm not complaining. She can go on vacation without me. It's not your business. She can wear short dresses because she's a stunning woman. And the bush ones amongst you will be all right." Love a man that can defend his woman. Go, Fred. He said, "She can live her life and be happy. And I will be the same. Be happy and fulfilled. I'm not going to stop kissing in movies because I'm now married or because of what some unenlightened dumb Fs will think. No professional actor anywhere in the world does that." But despite this statement, some people still will not give it a rest. You know, some people don't know when to stop. They were like, "Uncle Frederick, we are not saying you should not kiss in your movie. What we are asking is hope everything is okay at home. Hope you are fine. Hope your wife is good. Kiss, so we didn't stop you. It's just because we love you. If not that we love you, we didn't concern us. We don't care, but it's just because we love you." But the bulk majority of the people believed what he said and they put these rumors behind them and moved on. But much to our greatest shock, only recently, these ugly speculations about the crack in the marriage between Frederick and Peggy reared its head again. And this time, more people believed for these reasons. First, Peggy had ditched putting on her wedding band, which a lot of people attached plenty of importance to. They observed that Peggy is a woman that loved to wear her wedding ring. She loves to show off her wedding ring. So for them, it was pretty strange that she just suddenly stopped being seen in public with her wedding band. What do you think about this? So some people do not attach importance to bands. They know their heart and they know their heart is pure. So they do not put so much importance to being seen on the internet with a wedding band. But for some other people, it is very significant for them. If they see you without your ring, they will start suspecting and querying you. Where is your ring? Madam, where is your ring? So, what do you think? What are your thoughts on this? Do you think that Peggy not putting on her wedding ring is significant, or do you believe that she's just one of these women that really do not fancy wearing their wedding band all the time? Secondly, the recent birthday celebration. In addition to the Christmas pictures that Peggy released in December that did not feature her husband, Frederick turned, 40 on the 1st of May. And Peggy is known to be big on birthday celebrations. And she allowed them. She allows it on social media. She always has one plan or the other up her sleeves. Either a surprise party or something, a long, lovey-dovey note on social media.
Bebeski. Okay. I give it to you. You're the queen of surprises.
Organize every other day. Hi guys. So we're on set, Frederick Leonard's TV, and we've been working for about 4 weeks now, which is about a month. He's upstairs filming, and he doesn't know we're about to give him a surprise birthday. Let's say pre-birthday, So we're putting up some balloons. Director Desmond is helping me tie him down so that he doesn't come downstairs. So we have the set, we have t-shirts for the crew. So, God, shh.
We got time on our side. We're in a state of home. I need you on my fire. I want you to know.
But this time around, she was completely quiet about her husband's birthday, which is very untypical. Now, if she wasn't that kind of a person that always comes to celebrate it, people may not have attached importance to it. But because she's that kind of person that always likes to celebrate her husband on his birthday on social media, and this year she was completely silent, didn't post, didn't say anything about it, people found it very suspicious. What are your thoughts? Thirdly, in the heat of these rumors, Peggy posted a very touching video on TikTok. A video of a praise song for someone who is going through a storm or a trying period.
In the middle of the storm, in the middle of my trial, I'll still bless you when I don't know where to go.
And fourthly, Frederick is on vacation. He's at Mauritius and he's on that vacation alone while Peggy is in Nigeria. Not only was this solo vacation suspicious for some people were like, hello, which married man? It's not like the wife is maybe one banker that is strict. She doesn't have her leave yet. Your wife is a boss of her own. She's an entertainer. You could plan the vacation and go together. What married man will just leave his wife alone at home and zoom off to Mauritius to be on vacation alone? Please, are married people supposed to be on solo trips? Let me know down in the comment section what you think about married people, married women or married men going on solo trips. Do you think it's normal? They should go and clear their heads away from their partners? Or do you think that please vacations should be with, it's not like you're going on an all-girls trip or a wedding destination vacation or something like that. Just pick yourself up and go somewhere and start flexing while your wife or your husband is at home. Is it normal to you? Or do you think that it is somewhat suspicious? But that was not where the suspicion lied alone. Blogs began carrying the news that Frederick was on that vacation with a certain lady, another actress called Sandra Charles, who is rumored to be Frederick's ex. In fact, these blogs went to dig old posts where they were seeing Frederick commenting with love on the lady's page and the lady was commenting with love emojis on, it almost seemed like they had something in the past. These blogs are claiming that that lady is on this Mauritius trip with Frederick. And for all these many reasons, people are of the opinion that there is indeed fire on the mountain. And as these rumors spread, people began reacting. They were like, women. How many times did I call you? Stop vouching for son of Pharaoh. Stop vouching for son of Nebuchadnezzar. Stop vouching for sons of Potiphar. Because some sons of Pharaoh go carry banga oil. Piana your white, rub your white with banga oil. They were like Peggy on her wedding day. Knelt down and was vouching that I can vouch my life. I can vouch stake my life for this man. He never cheats. He can never.
Frederick is one man I can beat my chest on, despite what everyone is saying, that he doesn't womanize.
We're not saying he cheats, so we're not saying that all men cheat. No. That's not the believable. But why don't you let the man vouch for himself? In case someone is lying now and Amadioha want to strike, just imagine Amadioha has strike you on top somebody else's vouching. Why not allow everybody vouch for themselves? Calm down, ladies. Calm down. But for some others, they do not quite agree with this set of people. They were like, first things first, we are not 100% sure that these rumors of infidelity or marriage crack are even true. These blogs get their information from people, and those people, those sources, might be wrong. Also, it's possible that they're going through a rough patch like every couple does, and they will still make up and come back together and things will be fine. But even if they're not, even if their marriage is indeed headed for the rocks, we cannot blame Peggy for loving passionately. Why should a woman be blamed or shamed for her man's indiscretion? Like, no be me cheat, but na me go chop shame and blame. Excuse me. They were like, it is very possible that she made those proclamations on their wedding day based on the kind of person that he was to her at the time, and that any human being can change at any time. So it wasn't her fault that she came out on her wedding day vouching and beating her chest that Frederick is one man that can never cheat or never cheats, and that she should not be shamed for that. So guys, what do you think about this proclamation that Peggy made on their wedding day, that Frederick is the one man that can never cheat, knows, can vouch, can swear, you know, before the oracle, that Frederick never cheats? What do you think about that? Do you think it's wrong for another human being to come out and publicly vouch for another person that way? Or do you believe that she was right to stand firm for her man, proclaim what she has been exposed to based on that period of time? Is it something you can do? Do let me get your thoughts down below. We do wish our darling power couple, Frederick and Peggy, all the deepest love and all the brightest lights. And we hope that if indeed something is really going on, they find the love, the reason, and the courage to fix things up. Wishing them all the very best. So guys, yes, we have come to the end of today's video. If you're new here, you're seeing me for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, drop all your comments down in the comment section, and stay glued, for we have so much more coming your way. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.
And I want you to know that I love you. I will always love you, no matter what happens. Ours will be different.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
They say entertainers' marriage don't last. We will last.
Amen.
We will be an inspiration to the younger ones.
Amen.